We're going to start with 1953 Broadway Can Can, and also 1960 film later. They featured this song in, starring Shirley MacLaine, Frank Sinatra, Maurice Chevalier, and Louis Jourdain. Let's stay in Paris for a little bit, okay? I Love Paris from a 1953 play again, same play, Can Can, and then Nuit et Jour. Any of you speak French? Want to give us a translation? Nuit et Jour. Thank you, merci monsieur. Night and day. Cole was inspired to have his lyrics translated, and while living in Paris met a lyricist. Her name was Emilia Renaud. So there are some lovely French lyrics as well. Night and Day was also the name of the Cary Grant film. Did any of you see that? A few of you did, okay, of his life story, which wasn't really quite accurate. How many of you have maybe seen the more contemporary version starring Kevin Kline, De Lovely? A few more. Okay, and I bet the library has maybe one or both of those. A little more accurate. Some of you might know that Cole led a bit of a dichotomous life. Nonetheless, he was truly devoted to Linda Lee until the day she died. So there was a deep love and certainly a deep loyalty and friendship between the two of them. And I can't help but think that she was the inspiration for much of his music as well. So here we go. I love Paris et nuit et jour. I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris in the fall. I love Paris in the winter when it drizzles. And I love Paris in the summer when it sizzles. I love Paris every moment of the year. Oh, I love Paris. Why do I love Paris? Because my love is near. Beat of the tom-tom when the jungle shadows fall, like the tick-tick-tock of the stately clock as it stands against the wall, like the drip-drip-drip of the raindrops when the summer shower is through. So a voice within me keeps repeating you. Je songe à toi, nuit et jour, night and day, under the high moon. There's no such a hungry yearning burning deep inside of me, and this torment will be through until you let me spend my whole life making I have been finding these marvelous posters. And that was the original poster for Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, the king and queen of Carioca in The Divorcee. Does anybody know the term Carioca? It was a dance back then, but it originated in Brazil. The folks who live in the Rio de Janeiro region are called cariocas. And so Fred and Ginger obviously knew how to dance the carioca very well. Have we ever brought the Brazilian show here? Yes, we have. Well, thank you for remembering. We have so many different themes, sometimes I forget. Thank you, it's one of our favorites. So, and of course, I just couldn't help but put up this gorgeous photo of Fred and Ginger. Sure. I want to just take a quick moment to mention a bit about this lady in between Cole and this very handsome gentleman I have been researching like crazy. Cannot find out who this mystery man is, but he is really handsome, and he looks like a movie star or something, right? Any guesses? Anybody know for sure? Doesn't he look familiar though?
Cesar Romero.
Okay, you got mixed on that one. I'm sorry. Walt Disney. That was a good one. I don't know, but he's good looking and he knows it, you know, with that cigarette holder. But anyway, this is Elsa Maxwell. How many of you know of Elsa Maxwell? Anybody? Oh, we do have quite a few. Wonderful. Well, Elsa, she was one of those gals you would say today, "You go, girlfriend." She was a little island farm girl. And how she found her way to Perley, I'll never know, but she became very good friends with Cole, as well as many of the writers and the royalty, you know, of the lost generation during the 20s in Paris, and all over Europe for that matter. She was what we would call today a party planner. But her parties were something like we would never imagine. One time at Cole's palatial estate in Venice, she created this treasure hunt. So, you know, have any of you been on a treasure hunt? You get a map, right? You have to find these objects. But these objects were like to die for, okay? And his guests would go through the canals of Venice gathering their treasures and come back to the palatial estate. And on one of those evenings, she collaborated with Cole to have all of his guests flown to the Riviera just for the weekend as part of their treasure hunt, as a surprise. Okay, nice treasure, huh? On another occasion, while living in Venice, Cole thought, well, my friends deserve not only my palatial estate, but somewhere to dance. And he and Elsa put together a floating nightclub for them. On another occasion back in Paris, he loved his friends, as you can see. Don't you wish you were a chum? He invited the Monte Carlo Ballet to perform at his home for them. These are parties like we can never imagine, right? I don't know, maybe some of you have been to some of those parties. I don't know. I would love to have been to some of those parties. So that's Elsa, and I thought she was a pretty important person in Cole's life, so I wanted to just talk about her for a minute.
John Barry.
I thought it was John Barrymore too. I don't know, let's take a vote. Yeah, that was my first guess, and I think that's a really good guess because he has that Barrymore look to him. But I don't think it is, but this will give you some food for thought, okay? Let me know. Take a card and email me if you find out for sure. You can find the picture on the web, okay? So this is a lovely photo of Cole, and I think you'll find that in many of the photos, he has a completely different persona that he exudes, as, you know, as it is with stages of our life, I'm sure, but his were just really very startling to me, how different he looked at different stages in his life. He looks very studious. I don't know if he was at Yale then or what. So we're going to do something from this next play. Excuse me, it was a film. Born to Dance, Eleanor Powell and Jimmy Stewart. I've never seen Jimmy Stewart dance, but as far as I'm concerned, he can do no wrong. So I'm sure he did a great job. And I just love the poster. And it says MGM's dazzling successor to Great Ziegfeld. And this is the sheet music here, words and music by Cole Porter. And I don't know, it's possible that Eleanor Powell sang it as well and on the cast album. Very possible indeed. But we're going to take an inspiration from Ella Fitzgerald's version, and she had one of the largest selling albums in history. It was her Cole Porter Great American Songbook Tribute, which was the first of 8. And I don't know if we've ever brought the Ella Show here. I'm curious. Have we? Do you remember the Ella Show? No? We need to come back with that, okay? All right. So here we go. Oh, well, thank you. All right, so here we go with I've Got You Under My Skin. No, go ahead. Your tempo, darling. And I think, you know, that Cole may have coined this phrase, perhaps. You get under my skin. So deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. But why should I try to resist when, darling, I know so well I've got you under my skin. I will sacrifice anything come my mind for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality and wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Yes, I've got you under my skin. Yes, I've got you under my skin. It would be interesting to know if that phrase was ever around before he wrote that song. I would venture to guess that it was not, and that he coined that phrase with such wit and genius that he had with his lyrics as well. Here is Linda a little later on in life, and I just love that hat. I want that hat. It looks like there's some great feathers going on top of that hat, and Cole and Linda. And as I said before, he did have led a double life, but was so dedicated to her and she to him. And that really means something to me. And I just love this picture of him. It looks like he has been thinking and creating. Rather serious and pensive. We're going to go on to something from the film Silk Stockings. Any of you ever seen that movie before? Oh, good. All right. Well, for those of you who have not, let me just give you a quick little plot. It was in 1957, so we have to put our minds back there, not only for thinking about the fashion and the way we lived, but politically as well. It starred Fred Astaire, a lovely Sid Charisse, Peter Lorre, an American film director shooting a film in Paris enlists a famed Russian composer to do the music. But the folks back in Moscow, and this was the, let me get out of the way here, this was the French poster here, La Belle de Moscou. The folks back in Moscow feel the experience might cause him to defect. Remember when people used to defect? Okay, we're talking about a different time. They sent some agents, one of them being a woman, the lovely Sid Charisse with great legs, to keep the director from enticing him. But eventually, even the agents are converted to the charms of a capitalist society. All right, we're going to do something from Silk Stockings. Your choice of tempos today, my darling. There's a debonair Cole with his signature cigarette. I love the looks of you, Cole Porter, the lure of you, the sweet of you, the pure of you, the eyes, the nose, the mouth of you, the east, west, north, and the south of you. I'd like to gain complete control of you and handle even the heart and soul of you. So now at least a small percent of me do. For I love all of you. I really love the looks of you. I love the sweet of you. I love to take a turn with you. I love your eyes. I love your nose. I even love the mouth of you. I love the east, the west, the north, the south. I even love the toes of you. I would love to gain complete control of you and handle even the very heart and soul of you. So now at least a small percent of me do. For I love all of you. I really love you, baby. I love your eyes, I love your nose, I love your mouth, I love the toes, I love your elbows, I love your knees, I love your hair that isn't there. I love your eyes, baby. I love the way you play piano for me. I love your jawline and tie. I love the way you look. I love the way you book all the gigs. Yeah, baby. I love all of you. Merci, madame et monsieur, merci. Sonny works hard, so I tease him a lot on stage, but I don't know what I would do without him. And he wears many hats. I know you're not wearing your ballet today because it's very warm in here. You could if you want, but it's okay, you don't have to. It's very, very warm, I know. But literally and figuratively, he wears many hats. He books all of our gigs, and we are getting so busy that we need an agent. So, if there's anybody out there who is interested in that type of retirement gig, come on up and talk to us later because we really are getting so busy that we can't handle it all. But he does it all. So, I love all of you, my darling. Oh, this is one of our favorite songs in the show. I'm going to guess that there aren't too many of you here who have heard of this song before. Anybody? Let me see. Isn't that amazing? We have close to what, 200, 300 people in here, and we still have found a gem that you don't know about in Cole Porter's repertoire, and I love this when this happens. Very interesting. First of all, I bet there's hardly anyone in here that's ever seen this movie either, am I right? Not too many, okay. The name of the movie was called Stage Fright, excuse me for being in front of it. Stage Fright, starring Jane Wyman, Michael Wilding, Richard Todd, some big names back then, right? And of course, my favorite, Marlene Dietrich. She had such an attitude, right, ladies? Didn't she though, huh? First lady to wear pants even, right? Remember those outfits with the tuxedo? Oh, God, she was stunning. And so this is really funny. I mean, to think even that Alfred Hitchcock has a movie with a Cole Porter tune in it, right? Alfred Hitchcock musical, I don't know. So the movie was, we saw it one day, one afternoon while at my mom's house. We were hanging around. She has that Turner Classic Station. And all of a sudden, there it is, Stage Fright. Quirky little film. Marlene Dietrich plays this theater drama queen singer, and she showed, the opening scene is she shows up at, I don't know whether it was Richard Todd or Michael Wilding, one of those two guys anyway. She shows up in his apartment. Her dress is covered in blood, all right? He opens the door and she's frantic. You've got to hide me, and you've got to run to my apartment and get another dress. My husband, I found him dead, and they think I've killed him. Suspense builds, right? So he's so enamored with this diva that he takes her in and he goes to her apartment and he try to make it look like an accident, and he gets her the dress and so on and so forth. So what ensues is this investigation. Comes along, look at how sweet and innocent Miss Jane Wyman is, and she plays it to the hilt too. She decides to become a snitch for the police and becomes Marlene Dietrich's dresser at the theater to try and overhear just what has become. And to thicken the plot, she's in love with the fellow that's in love with Marlene Dietrich. Okay? So we'll leave it there. And then we switch to a theater scene, and there's Marlene. Let me see if you can see her over here. It's kind of dark, I know, but she's dressed head to toe in white satin with a gown split up to the hip. And the scene is set where she's laying on a chaise lounge, and she has boys fanning her. All right? I don't have that today, obviously, so we have to use our imagination, okay? Oh, thank you, my darling. I should get you one of those big palms. And so just imagine that that's what the scene is. And I'm going to sing for you the one and only, well, maybe there was another, was there another song in the film? I don't think. Was this the one and only song? I don't recall the other song. So I'm going to say the one and only laziest gal in town. All right? Here we go. I know his name is Jim. He loves me, and I love him. But he tells me I'm too prim. That means I'm too slow. I let him rant, I let him rave, I let him muss my permanent way. But when he says, let's misbehave, my reply is no. It's not 'cause I wouldn't. It's not 'cause I shouldn't. And Lord knows it's not 'cause I couldn't. It's simply because I'm the laziest gal in town. My poor heart is aching to bring home the bacon, and if I seem lost, much extra money to burn. Every proposition I turned down, way down. Well, it's not 'cause I wouldn't, it's not 'cause I shouldn't, and I told you before, it's not 'cause I couldn't, it's simply because I'm the laziest gal in town. Nothing ever worries me. Nothing ever hurries me. I'm telling you. I take pleasure leisurely, even when I kiss. But when I kiss, they want some more, and wanting more becomes a bore. It isn't worth the fighting for, and so I tell them this. It's not that I won't, it's not that I shouldn't, and Lord knows it's not 'cause I couldn't, it's simply because, all together now, I'm the laziest gal. Now take your time, ladies. In town. That's beautiful singing. I am so excited because we've got a tune for all of you to sing on in a bit, okay? That was a good warm-up. So what do you think? Is that a great tune or what, huh? I know he wrote it in 1927, but it didn't get into the film until 1950, so I don't even know of any recordings in between that. If you know, talk to me afterwards because you know how much I love that trivia. Okay, here's a couple of tunes here that, two of them I think that Sonny loves so very much. Is there anything you want to say about these next two tunes, sweetie, at all? No? There's a Lazy Cole for you. What do you think? Lazing around in his robe with the horses all over. He loved horses, as you know. He was a rider. Okay, so the song, a little medley we're going to do, You'd Be So Nice to Come Home To, with another tune that I think you'll remember. At Long Last Love. And it's from a film called Something to Shout About, starring Don Amici, Janet Blair, and I'm not real familiar with Jack Oakey, but he must have been big then. Okay, you do? All right, wonderful, thank you. Good looking guy? No. A character actor. I gotta tell you, I love you folks down here in Naples, because you just tell it like it is. I like that. All right. So I always dedicate this film to my dad, and I lost my dad in January, and you know, that's life, right? I know. But it was heartache like I never knew, you know? But someone once said to me, and I never understood what they said, you know, we love those that are living with us, but when they pass, our love seems to grow even deeper. And that gave me hope, because love is the strongest thing in the universe, and so I know that we will always be connected, you know? And, but I like to mention my dad in this song because all I can remember whenever I think of Don Amici is my father telling me about a movie where Don Amici played like Alexander Graham Bell or something. Is that true? Okay. And he said Don Amici therefore invented the telephone. I don't know if you remember this. One of my dad's friends is here today, and so every time the phone would ring, my father would say, "I hate Don Amici." And so this is for you, Daddy. I love you, and I know that you're with me right now. So here we go on this little medley that Sonny loves so much. And your choice of tempo all day long, my darling. Go ahead and enjoy it. I know, huh? This is, enjoy it while you can. I'm giving you control. Just for today, someone said. Travel quite a bit. We play in New Jersey. Anybody from New Jersey? One of my favorite states. Oh, good to have you with us. We love playing in New Jersey. And actually, we love playing anywhere as long as we can play. But New Jersey's always fun for us. For some reason, we always have great gigs there. And I remember driving, what road are we on when we see that sign for Asbury Park? What highway would that be? Garden State Parkway, yes, thank you. And I see it, and then I always start singing, is that Granada, I see a raspberry Park. You know, as a little girl growing up in Massachusetts and New Hampshire, I had no idea what that was, where that was, or anything like that. So I didn't identify with it until I moved and met Sonny and moved to New York, and we started traveling. And then I saw, oh, so that's what he's talking about. But then the genius of that, what an analogy, right? All right, here we are coming up to something very special here. Have any of you been to the Waldorf Astoria in New York City? Have you seen the piano? Some of you have, lucky you. Well, it is quite a gorgeous piece of furniture, and it was Cole's, and the reason why it is there is because he lived there from 1939 to 1964 on and off. That's where he would rest. In between Europe and all over the world where he was going. And I found out a little story about his time there that really touched me because, you know, in researching about Cole, I get the impression that he certainly had an acerbic side, you know, and he was so intelligent and so wealthy and, you know, just had everything he wanted from the day he was born. So, you know, growing up like that, you have a tendency to look down on others, I think, from time to time in your life. But I found a side of him that was almost humble, I think, and certainly a softer and a gentler, passionate side. While living at the Waldorf Astoria, he met a young hotel worker by the name of Glory Santos. She captured his heart because she sang and spoke in fluent French with her sisters. They had a group at the time, I don't know if any of you remember this group, the Six Singing Santos Sisters. And she was his room service concierge. Now you'd think maybe that Cole, being the way I, you know, have been describing him to you and all that you know about him, might not even give her a second glance. But he played one of his newly composed songs, I Concentrate on You, to see what she thought. And she obviously loved the tune. And after that, he enjoyed playing these songs privately for her for the first time to seek her opinion. And that just showed me another side of Cole Porter. And this is another one of Sonny's favorites. Take your time, darling. Take a little sip. Skies look gray to me. Trouble begins to brew. Whenever the winter wind becomes too strong, I concentrate on you. When fortune cries, nay, nay to me, and people declare you're through, whenever the blues become my only song, I concentrate on you, on your smile, so warm Well, as we wind down here, we had to put in another medley or two because there were so many tunes to choose from, and we only have, as you know, about an hour and 15 minutes or so to share with you, which is sometimes frustrating, you know, because if you came to a gig, how many of you know what a gig is? Anybody know what a gig is? Some of you do, okay. If you came to a gig, we would be doing 3 sets. You know, so, and we'd have our band with us, so we'd do like 40 minutes and then take a break, come out and talk with you and hang out, maybe have a martini with you or something. Then we'd get some of your requests, go back on stage, do another 40 minutes, you know, of Cole Porter tunes, some of your requests, and so on and so forth. So the night is a little more relaxed. But in concert, of course, you gotta kind of compress it all. So we're going to do another medley here, quick little medley, and then another of his beautifully written ballads, and then we're going to invite you to actually sing some of Cole Porter's lyrics, all right? So this next medley comes from, let me see if I can't remember if I've got the music or what. Yes, okay. What is this thing called Love? But we thought that it went so well with Love for Sale, and so we've taken a little bit of that beautiful song, and Sonny has written just a really great arrangement, so go ahead, my darling. Let the poets pipe of love in their childish ways. I know every type of love better far than they. If you want the thrill of love, I've been through the mill of love, old love, new love, every love but true. This crazy thing called love. What is the mystery? And why should it make a fool of me? I saw you there one beautiful day. You Thank you. Now there is a very tender photo once again of Cole, and I see the tenderness in him and the passion and the vulnerability in those eyes. And I think that this song portrays that heart of his persona perfectly. It's from a 1944 musical review, Seven Lively Arts. If you excuse me, I'm just going to take a sip of water. Every time we say goodbye, I die a little. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder they allow you to go. When you're near, there's such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark from major to minor every time we say goodbye. It's you, Sonny. When you're near, there's such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. Every time we say So you got your best singing voices ready? All right. We're going to show you just a few things that Cole was on Time magazine in 1949. Let's play an accomplishment, I think. And there's a very pensive kind of acerbic side of Cole, very sophisticated. And a postage stamp that looks nothing like him. And someone once said, well, where's the cigarette at least? And there's Cole with one of his best friends. And the song that we are going to invite you to sing is from this Broadway play, Paris. And it was actually the play that made him a household name. Remember I told you earlier that he had a play on Broadway right after leaving Harvard, and then it wasn't that much of a success, so he got a ship and went to Europe. Well, he was convinced by Irene Bardoni's husband, she was the star in the play, to come back to the United States and give Broadway another try. Gosh, aren't we glad he took that advice. And he came back, he gave it another try, and we're going to sing a song together from that play. And we thank you, Mr. Cole Porter, June 9th, 1891. It seems crazy to think he was born that long ago, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? The music is so contemporary. And he left us on this planet October 15th, 1964. I thank you, Mr. Cole Porter. Thank you so much for leaving this beautiful legacy of songs. And let's do it together, shall we? All right? I'm going to sing the verse up front. It's a cute little verse, all right, that you may or may not have heard, and then we'll experience the genius together of Cole Porter's lyrics. When the little blue bird, who has never said a word, starts to sing spring, spring. When the little blue bell at the bottom of the dell starts to ring, ding, ding. When the little blue clerk in the middle of his work starts a tune to the moon up above. It's nature, that's all, simply telling us to fall in love. La la la, ready? And that's why birds do it. Beautiful. Bees do it. Even educated fleas do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Oh my God, you sound great. In Spain, the best opera sets do it. Lithuanians and let's do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Beautiful. The Dutch in old Amsterdam do it. Not to mention the Finns, folks in Siam do it. Think of Siamese twins. Sorry, some Argentines without means. Some Argentines without means do it. People say in Boston, even Greens do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. You need to move your keyboard a bit. Romantic sponges, they say, do it. Oysters down in Oyster Bay, do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Beautiful. Cold Cape Cod clams, kids their wish, do it. Even lazy jellyfish, do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Electric eels, I might add, do it. Double shots to my nose. Why ask if Shad do it? Why ask if Shad do it? Way to bring the shadow in shallow shoals. Dover souls do it. Goldfish in the privacy of gold. the use of mothballs, the locusts out in the trees do it. Even overeducated fleas do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. I'm going to ask a favor of you, honey. I'm going to tell them the lyrics just a minute because you're sitting in front. I know it's not your fault, sweetie, but I want them all to sing later. So the last verse on this is, the world admits bears and pits do it. Okay? Even Pekingeses in the Ritz do it. All right? So we can all be together on that, okay? And then here, sloths who hang down from the twigs do it, though the effort is great. Sweet guinea pigs do it. Buy a couple and wait. All right? All right, from the top. The chimpanzee